Hello bright souls, thank you for spending time with me. This video is about iridology. Iridology is a passion of mine, and so I want to share it with you. I want to explain at a very simplistic level what iridology is and what it can do for you, in hopes that you will fall in love with it too, and that it will improve your life. I'm going to begin with the definition of iridology. Iridology is the study of the iris, which is the colored part of your eye. The study of the color and structure of the iris reveals your strengths and your weaknesses. Iridology believes that every major part or area of your body is mapped to a specific location in your eye. In that way, it's very similar to reflexology. That mapping of all of the areas of your body to your eyes is done using an iris or iridology chart. There's a chart for your left eye, which represents the left side of your body, and there's a chart for your right eye, which represents the right side of your body. The left chart has about 86 different areas mapped, and the right side has about 80 different areas mapped. And the reason for the difference is because the heart, for example, is mapped to your left side, the left iris, and it doesn't show up on the right side or the right iris. Now, different doctors throughout the years or decades really, have created their own iridology chart. So there are several different ones out there. And for the most part, these are the same. There's minor differences between the charts. The one that I know the best, the one that I've studied, is the Dr. Bernard Jensen's chart. And that's going to be the one that I'm using in future videos on iridology. One thing that I want to mention regarding iridology is that it's really a tool of prevention. So it helps identify weaknesses in the body. Those weaknesses are classified into 4 stages. Acute, which is the hyperactive or overactive phase. And all illness, all quote-unquote disease, starts with this acute phase. Then it moves into a subacute, into a chronic. Chronic is now when you're underactive and you're in a hypoactive phase. And then it goes to degenerative, and that's really when you start getting into like the failure and some major problems showing up with that area that's in a degenerative stage. So I mentioned that the beauty of iridology is early detection and prevention, being able to look into the eyes, and before it'll show up on a medical test or before your doctor will find it, an iridologist can say, oh, this is an area of weakness that you need to be careful about. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of lymph congestion in this area, or inflammation buildup, or I'm seeing toxins deposited in that area. And this information is power. It's power because if you change your diet and your lifestyle, you can prevent that weakness from turning into a problem, becoming an illness, or being found or diagnosed as a disease by a doctor in the future. One other thing I want to mention on that is not all weaknesses lead down the road of becoming an illness. What I mean by that is, let's use an example. So let's say that you have an iridology reading and it shows that your kidneys are weak and your lungs are weak. And let's say you do nothing with that information. 10 years down the road, you're in kidney failure. But your lungs may still be in the acute or even subacute, undiagnosed by a medical doctor, not really giving you any problems to speak of. So not every weak area in the body becomes an illness or a problem for you in the future. I suppose if you live long enough, it would. But not every weak area is going to be an illness in the future. But that information allows you the opportunity to prevent that weak area from ever becoming a problem if it was, headed down that road. So iridologists believe that all health issues stem from weaknesses in your tissues and your glands and your organs, and that through diet and lifestyle changes, you can basically strengthen those weaknesses or prevent them from ever becoming an issue. Now, when I say diet and lifestyle, diet, I mean, of course, what you eat, but I also mean what you drink. And lifestyle, what I mean by that is what you think, because what you think affects your body, what you put on your skin, lotions and perfumes and things like that. I forget the percentage, but it's like 60 something or some very large percentage of what you put on your skin actually gets absorbed into your body. And then what you're breathing in. So if you like to hang around smokers, or if you're a smoker yourself and you're breathing in all of those toxic fumes, that's going inside of your body. And it affects not just your lungs, but it affects all of your body. Everything's connected. And so when you weaken one area of the body, you put a strain on another area of the body. So you can say, well, smoking affects your lungs, but it also affects other areas of your body too. You weaken your lungs, then you weaken other areas of the body. So just at a very, very high level, when you have an iridology reading, they're looking at the color, they're looking at the constitution, they're looking at the stomach and bowel, as well as other major organs. They're looking at your nerve wreath, your lymphatic system, your skin, just to name a few. They look at a lot of other things too, but that's really at a very high level the major stuff that they're going to be looking for, and they're trying to identify weaknesses in these areas. And weaknesses in these areas show up as dark spots, as lesions, as radii solaris, and these things, I'll explain a little bit more in some other videos. So basically, to sum it all up, iridology reveals weaknesses in your body, weaknesses in your organs and your tissues and your glands. And it can also reveal toxic or toxins that are building up in specific areas. Usually toxins like sulfur and other toxic drugs that you've taken for previous illnesses and things like that, they can sometimes leave deposits in your body. And these deposits usually build up in the weak areas, so that can be revealed. Let's see, inflammation, lymph congestion, skin issues, and the strength or weakness of your genes also can be revealed through an iris analysis. Now, what won't iridology do for you? When we talk about what it will do and how wonderful it is, but what won't it do? So iridology cannot tell you if you have high blood pressure, if you have sustained an injury or had a previous surgery, what medications you're currently taking or have taken in the past. It does not name diseases. It does identify weaknesses. It does give you the information and the power. Knowledge is power to improve your health, to improve your body's ability to live disease, illness, problem, issue free, to prevent all of that or to reverse it if you're already experiencing issues. So iridology is a wonderful, wonderful tool, and it's simple enough that anybody can learn it and study their own eyes if they want. And so I encourage you to watch my future videos on iridology and perhaps take it up as a passion yourself. It's power. It's knowledge, and knowledge is power. Thank you again for spending time with me, and I really hope this was educational, and I really hope you found it entertaining and informational. And until next time, bye.